Welcome to Pimp My Rival, a series where we take a look at some of the top level players for a given character to find out what makes them successful. Today we look at Ranno, a top tier combo demon with movement unlike any other in the game. We'll be looking at clips from the 3 best Ranno players competing right now to break down how they each excel and push the character to its limits.
Oh my gosh. No way, it's Ranno!
Okay, so the first player we're going to be looking at is Squanto, Ranno player from Austin, Texas. And I mean, this guy, flashiest Ranno to ever do it, self-proclaimed. Seriously, just look at this guy's media tab in your spare time if you're looking for something a little bit crazy. And what sets this player apart is primarily his use of back air. You can see right there, using back air to extend the combo and confirm into the up strong. It's really good against fast fallers like Zetterburn. A lot of these clips can be on Zetterburn, Force Burn, it sets against Switch, and Pikmon. And the way Squanto uses back air is very unique. It's very creative. There's a lot of spots where he gets the front hit of back air, like right here. That's really crazy. that's kind of insane. But it's a part of the move that Squanto is able to utilize to put the players in these worst positions. Of course, that second back air puts Switch off of the level, off of this stage, confirms into the needle, and from there it is a simple double back air edge guard. So good, so potent. And it turns out double back air is actually a really potent tool for getting your opponent in a more vulnerable spot. As we can see in this clip, a different Ranno player may have, after this up tilt, gone for an up air or a forward air to set up the edge guarding situation. However, Squanto gets this double back air that moves Switch so much closer to the very edge of the stage. Going to be really potent on a stage with as close side blast zones as Etherean Forest. And it will end up getting the kill. And at the core of having an advanced combo game is your ability to convert stocks off of hits that ordinarily wouldn't be that common to get stocks off of. And so in this clip, we're going to see Squanto get a kill off of a jab. Kind of a little bit situational, because the jab one right there is Pikmon's holding out, so it's going to put him off the stage, which is a little unlucky. If he were grounded, he would be able to maybe like floor hug and be able to shield or press like a jab or something. However, going to get him off stage, convert into the up tilt, back air, down strong. Let's check it out again. So fast, such an incredible 4-hit confirm. And really, that's the only way that you're going to get this stock. Back air isn't the only move that Squanto uses to enhance his combo game. We can see here there's going to be an incredibly sick nair as well. Oh my goodness. That is juicy right there. That is juicy. Gets this up air off of the movement from ZB. And is able to get like this weak top hit of nair that at this percent he's able to follow up with the up strong. Check it out one more time. Very sick, so aware to be able to find that kill off an up air where really who else is killing off this up air? Like, that's a hard up air to kill off of, but get something like that. Oh, so nice. And so it's all going to culminate into this clip I've got here where we see a little bit of everything going on. So delicious. Oh, just so good from Squanto here. The combo game so effective. We find this up tilt after Pikmon whiffs a shield grab. And then we get the same double jump weak reverse nair. Except this time, instead of an up strong, and this is actually incredible situational awareness. I don't know if it's very possible he was going this for sauce factor. Like, Squanto, very flashy player, likes to call himself one of the sickest players out there, and very well might just be. But this bubble up here, you can see the bubble indicator. If he had up stronged off of this nair, there's the chance for, and you can see Pikmon was already holding like down and to the left. There was a chance for Pikmon to be able to live with that bubble. But instead, we get the weak back air, double weak back air into the forward air and kind of have no problem killing right there. Not only is it incredibly flashy, it's incredibly efficient. It makes it so Squanto is able to find stocks in situations where a lot of other players wouldn't. So Practice your combos. Practice your combos. They're very important. Be sick. Become sicker. All right, next up, we're going to talk about Luck, another Ranno player out of Texas. They must feed him a little different down there, not quite sure. And Luck is one of the most consistent players that Rivals 2 has seen so far, top 8ing every single coin box except for the last one, and most recently winning this Lights Out Invitational you can see in the pinned tweet. Very solid player. And one of the things that I think makes him one of the more consistent players is his ability to use drilled movement and specifically needles in neutral. So we're going to get a little bit more abstract here. We're going to talk about some neutral philosophy. A lot of these, very few of these clips actually are going to lead to kills. However, it's very important to understand the thought process behind some of these things. Starting off, let's look in a vacuum at this needle charge here. This is something you'll see Ranno players do all the time, is jump in neutral and charge needles. And what this allows is the threat of needles to be thrown down like so. And we can see once you get a little bit of charge on them, look at how much horizontal distance this covers as well. It's a little bit ridiculous. It's very, very strong. It compensates for a lot of what Ranno lacks in the air in terms of like air acceleration, air drift, and whatnot. So this is something Luck does a lot. He will throw out these needles, and he loves going in for the ever so potent Dacus to really open up the opponent. So I thought that was very important to show. In this clip here, Luck is going to whiff a grab, and is it going to be able to whiff punish the attempted punish on the grab. So Ranganchu goes in for this nair after the grab whiffs, but Luck retreats ever so slightly with a pivot into these needles and will confirm into the grab. The needles are so safe. We're going to see right here. So he throws it down just to threaten it, lands, fast falls with the needle, single needle onto the shield, and is able to just grab right after that. It's very, very strong for applying pressure if you're landing on top of an opponent and sort of walling people out, especially on platforms. If you ever, like, I don't have any clips of this, but if you ever see Luck counterpick to rock wall, like, just keep an open mind. Like, look at what he's going to do. He's going to platform camp, a lot of needles, a lot of charging needles. It's very silly to watch. So we've got a little bit more here. And a word that I want to keep in mind as we talk about neutral and the needles here is commitment. I think commitment is the word. Like, neutral can get very complicated very fast because there's so many options available. There's so many guiding philosophies. However, when you keep in mind commitment, you're able to see that Luck commits very, very little by going for this needle to sort of pinpoint Ranganchu in place and is able to react to the roll to get a grab off it. And that's really the secret, I think, of these needles. Luck uses the needles a lot to sort of stall out, create like little timing mix-ups on the plat. Ranno is so floaty. It's one of the stats that actually benefits him. He's able to spend more time in the air postured to throw off these needles and really threaten just some additional chip damage because it gets the poison stack onto the opponent. Just playing around that plat with the needles, playing so safe, making the opponent come to him as he has the lead. The needles are very important. This is true. The needles are very important, but it's not just the needles. It's also Luck's ability to use the slingshot movement to his advantage, and I have a couple really great clips for that as well. This is Game 3 against Asashi. The jaws of defeat. We see 142 against Asashi, a Claren coming out to forward air, and we get this sling off the bubble. Is able to find the back air, the needle, and the fair. Of course, everyone losing their mind. Very nice clutch, very slick movement. When we combine the tongue sling and the needles, we get these crazy, crazy movements that are really potent at catching your opponent off guard and being able to open them up very easily. You can see here against Marlin. This is one of the most satisfying movements. Double B reverse cancel into throwing the darts into up tilt. Super nice. Now this one isn't exactly in line with a lot of the other ones, but I thought it was very important in terms of drilled movement, and one of the things that keeps Luck on top is, like, look at how he plays around the ledge here. I'll just let it play at first. Insane. Double jump down B immediately in order to regrab invincibly. Again, of course, once the bubble's out, you can do this fully intangibly. So the first time he has to... the down B takes more time because he has to get the bubble out, but after that, he's able to be fully invincible this whole time and come off with the back air. Ranganshu is going to stall appropriately and make it back. However, once again, luck, reverse back air, same situation. Bubble's already out, so we are refresh the invincibility, drop down invincible back air. Not much Claren can do about that. And third and finally, let's talk about Leffen. Leffen is a player that has had his praises sung for a while now, 2x Evo champ, but what sets him apart in Rivals 2 is how tuned his Ranno is to coverage. Leffen puts himself in a lot of situations where he can cover a lot of options and therefore maximize value. So something like this is incredibly simple but incredibly effective at the same time. Leffen, a lot of tech chases this down strong. All he has to do is react to the timing, and this down strong covers absolutely everything. Leffen describes himself as one of the more methodical, sort of tactile Rannos compared to like Luck and Squanto, who are a lot more movement based, a lot more flashy. And I'd absolutely agree with that. Perhaps the epitome of this is going to be the edge guarding. Leffen has a complicated relationship with edge guarding. However, in my VOD review, I was able to find quite a few situations where he's able to cut off the resources and stop the opponent from getting to the wall just to kill them really nicely. And so this weak back air into strong back air, it's a classic against like Zetterburn and stuff like that. And the needle boost going off into the forward air. Very, very nice from Leffen. Here we have another edgeguard clip. But it's going to start out with a combo. Part of Leffen's play in being more methodical, he's a lot more grounded, is his use of tilts and jab. He does a lot of like jab boost stuff where you can see he travels quite a distance. Not quite in this clip. It's more about the down tilt here, but the down tilts link into the down strong. And from there, we cut off Void as he approaches the wall to jump off of. The air dodge will not save him. We jump off with a weak back air into the strong forward air. And unless you're teching that, very, very tough to make it back. Another impressive thing about Leffen is his tech chases. This is probably, that's something, it's very easy to see. This man has years of melee chic reaction tech chase experience. And what really impressed me is his ability to react to no tech like he does here. It's not just here, but this is the clip I've chosen to show. Reacts to the no tech with the up tilt. And also quite a bit of nair. I will point out, he loves the hip fall nair. If back air is Squanto's move, then nair is Leffen's move for sure. And so we're going to get caught up by this, maybe just getting not a max length wave dash to ledge. However, the principle still applies. Leffen definitely up there in terms of coverage, in terms of reacting. For the options that he can't cover, his reactions make up for it in spades to ensure your death almost every single time. This is a clip that is very reminiscent of Luck, the way he jumps in with the needles. He jumps in with a needle, and then Void mashes a down tilt, because when you get hit with that needle, you're like, oh no, they're coming in to hit me. I better counterattack or something like that. And so Leffen jumps back with another needle that stuffs out the jump from Void. And from there, we clean this up. This is a little bit of a flub from Void, missing the smoke there. However, he's in a pretty rough position already. And we saw in the previous clip, I was able to edge guard him once he got to the wall. So those are the things that these three Ranno players do to stand out from each other and above the rest. They are pretty different ideas, ranging from, you know, combo game for Squanto, movement from Luck, and the sort of reaction / coverage from Leffen. Three very different things that they all have a little bit of, but each of these players excel at their own thing and are able to find success at a top level because of it. If you're a Ranno player, implement these things into your game. It's very effective. These are successful players. If you're a general Rivals player and you liked what you saw, please subscribe. I would love to make this a series. I'm thinking about doing Force Burn next, but let me know what you think. Let me know if you have a character that you think would be really nice for this, except for Orcane, because he doesn't have any reps at the top level. So That's kind of sad. Yo, he didn't have reps before the patch, and then they did that. Regardless, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you.